Welcome back to Phasmophobia. Is it a bad sign when you get up in the morning and your brain is tired and you have your breakfast, and then as you sit down to see what's going on YouTube and on the internet, suddenly your brain immediately moves to continue to wanting to play Phasmophobia? It's mostly because I'm just trying to churn through Prestige 5 and get everything unlocked, and I'm also curious about how my money usage moves on. But it's what I'm doing right now. I'm not really doing much of anything else. Okay, so let's continue on with high school. I'll do at least 4 more maps: high school, prison, and the 2 Sunny Meadows maps under Insanity, and see where that gets me. Maybe I'll do a few more after that just to get a little closer to level 50 before I switch to 0 evidence.
Alright, we're here.
Oh no. No, no, no.
Before starting the investigation. Got the intel. Looks like this is going to be a tough one. Welcome back.
Let's try that again. This time I will move around.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. I've got nothing else to report, unfortunately.
Okay. Again, terrible frame rate before we actually go outside, but then after I go outside and everything loads, now the frame rate in the truck, well, maybe it is still terrible. I don't know. Alright. We have a monkey paw. So what I could do with this is trap the ghost, and then it would hunt 30 seconds later. And then I could go around the whole high school and look for a locked door. I could do that. It's easier in flat screen because you have a cursor in front of your face that tells you whether or not a door is locked when you walk up to it, but you don't have that in VR. You only know that a door is locked by hearing a click sound when you open it. So I'll start by getting the power on. I'm not even going to try to find the bone. So a perfect game will not be possible, but I'll get everything else that I can. Oh, so the power is upstairs in the storage. So maybe I'll just look around upstairs first. Maybe I can close all the doors on this pass. I don't need this light on. Did I turn this light on by habit? I guess I did. Now, I thought I heard something muffled, but it was on my way up the stairs, so I don't know if the sound was actually upstairs or downstairs. Here's an open door. Not that that means anything. Yeah, I don't think it means anything yet. Of course, now that ghosts can close doors almost as often as they open them, this might not mean much. Does a ghost, if a ghost interacts with a closed door, does it always open the door? Or does it randomly just move the door into a closed position even though the door is already closed. Also, one of these times I should probably bring in a sound sensor and just put it in the ghost room, because there's a weekly challenge to detect 50 sounds with the sound sensor. And if I put it in a room where a ghost is really active, I shouldn't have much of a problem getting 50 detections. "13 in this room, 14 in the hallway." So my strategy for finding the ghost room will be to just look around all the hallways of the high school and just look for a cold hallway. Assuming it isn't a stalker ghost makes this strategy a lot harder. If the ghost is walking to you all the time, a lot of the hallways will be cold and you won't know which one the ghost is actually coming from. But if it isn't that kind of a ghost, then you should be able to look for a hallway that's colder than usual, and you should be able to deduce from that to find a nearby room where the ghost is hanging out. It's 15 and 16 here. 14 and 15 here. 14. Okay, I thought it was 12 there for just a moment, but the temperature's still going up. Oh, we have a sound. How quickly can I find it? It's not in here. Oh wait, it is in here. And it's freezing. Well, that's my one evidence. Okay. Well, the ghost revealed its location by interacting with an object. Let's get my hiding spot set up. Down to 82. I'll wait until I'm down to around 70. Fae isn't possible, neither is a Raiju, so the only early hunters here would be Onryo at 60%, and a demon can hunt any time. But it hasn't tried to hunt yet, so I don't think we're dealing with one. Demons normally hunt at 70%, but they can... Part of their random ability is that they can hunt anytime they like. They're still subject to the limitations of being smudged. Most ghosts can't hunt for 90 seconds after being smudged, but a demon can hunt after 60 seconds. And the normal grace period between hunts for a ghost is 25 seconds. But a demon can hunt after 20 seconds. Now, if I see an orb, I know I'm dealing with a mimic. I do not see an orb. Okay. think that's all the lights I'm going to turn on. I don't want to risk blowing the fuse. Well, I'm not going to get Spirit Box, so why am I thinking about taking that in? I'll take in a sound recorder. I'll take in a few motion sensors. So I'm going to have to spend time figuring out which ghost this is. Since Onryo is a possibility, I'll do the candle test. And roaming is high, so no sounds to record as of yet. Well, I'm glad it's a very nicely cold ghost. Want to give me any motion sensing? Or would it be better if I put this here? Guess I don't need the light off. I guess I can mark off shade, because shade just interacted with something while I was in the room. And if I had a camera, I could take a picture of the EMF right now. I guess I'll just, whoops. I guess I'll just point the camera at that. Oh, never mind, don't need it anymore. I'll take this one off so I don't get a duplicate. Okay. What else is a possibility here? Urei is a possibility. So I suppose I could put the door at 45 degrees and see if it acts like a Urei. Down to 74. I think I'm still safe. Again, an Onryo will hunt at 60. So let's set up our candles. And I can always wish for knowledge as I'm leaving if I have any doubts. Let's see, where would the ghost most likely to stand? How about right here? Since I'll be capturing an EMF, I might as well take a camera in and crucifix up the room. Low sanity and 3 unique photos with a photo camera. Let's get this picture out of the way. Right about there. And then right about here. That's not going to cover those two corners of the room, so the ghost could still potentially hunt. But it'll definitely cover the candles well enough. I'll grab a couple smudges. Apparently the flickering lights during a hunt qualify for recording with the camera. So you can get 4 quick, easy videos by recording a hunting ghost. You get the ghost, you can get a motion sensor as it walks through it, you can get salt as it walks through it, and the flickering lights. You can get 4 videos in one shot. I don't know if that's something I would want to attempt, but it's an option. Okay, let's see. I don't need anything from this side of the truck. I can take a salt in. Are you still in here? Yes, good. Don't turn off the light. Oh no! I think it turned on an extra light and blew the fuse. Yeah, it did. So let's just get all these lights turned on. And I'll get this light turned on. Yep, one more light switch was all it took to blow the breaker. Well, that means that it can't be a mare. I don't think mares are a possibility anyway. No, it's not. I'm getting a work alert. I may need to pause. I'm gonna step outside. And I'll be back shortly. The work alert was from my secondary phone. Secondary personal phone. It was just a telemarketer. Hello, I'm Mark. Yeah, thank you, Mark. Okay, are we ready to start this? Oh, wait a minute. Crap. I left the salt outside. Where did it go? Fine, I'll get another one from the truck. I don't think I dropped it in the room. Sanity's at 92, I'm good. Oh, I did bring the salt in. Never mind. Alright, let's start with salt. Check to make sure the ghost is still in here. It is. It didn't already blow one out, did it? I didn't hear a sound effect. You didn't turn off the power again, did you? Good. Apparently the tier 2 candles last twice as long. Want to blow out the other one? Duplicate. I forgot to get a picture of the EMF. Where is the EMF? There it is. Anything? Nothing? Damn it! That was my mistake. Give him one more. Give him a few more. I guess while I'm waiting, I could check to see if there are any... No, that's nothing to record. want to record that. Are there any objects to throw? No objects to throw. It's okay, I wasn't going for a perfect game anyway. Oh, wait a minute. I can get a picture of freezing temps. So I got all my videos, I got one recording, and I have 3 unique photos. One thing I do know is this is not an Onryo. It's not a mimic. Can't be a Moroi because Spirit Box is not the evidence. I'm really doubting it's a demon. It hasn't even tried to hunt. Let's put this at 45 degrees because I guess a Yurei always either fully open. Oop, what? Okay. Let's go out and check our sanity. I don't know if a Yurei always does its ability when it interacts with a door, but I guess we can check. I would guess that this is not a Yurei. So we may have to settle for doing a hunt. If my sanity, okay. I could lower my sanity, let's see, how could I do that? I can lower my sanity by 25% by wishing for weather, but that only drops me 25%. I need to lower my sanity by more than that. Is there any way to do that? I need ghost events. I don't want to wish for sanity. That will put me at 50%, but it'll also cause the ghost to change its room, and I don't want to do that. I prefer to know where the ghost is coming from, and to keep it close. Maybe this is the light that the ghost tried to turn on? But let's turn these off so that I am in the dark. Okay, so assuming... I guess I can hang around a bit and try to get recordings. I don't even know what it's saying. It's 2 more photos, 1 more recording. Nothing here. You're definitely not a mare. Well, that was 2 interactions, though, in the space of a small period of time. Maybe we could be dealing with the twins. So when I get myself down to around 75% sanity, I'll wish for weather. And then I'll hide in the library and take a listen. I can get a picture of the burnt crucifix whenever that happens. And just a dub. Okay, so it's not a Yurei. No ghost orb, just to confirm. I really hate how my hands jiggle around when I change direction. Not a very eventy ghost. What else is possible? Revenant, Yurei, Hantu, Twins, Oni, Jinn. Duplicate? You don't like being in the dark, do you? Well, maybe you do. Okay, well, let's go out and check our sanity. I think the high school is now officially a large map, so sanity drain here is the lowest possible. $72. That's low enough. Let's make sure that... I just want to make sure it's 75 exactly. Okay, I'll turn off the light in the library and I'll wish for weather. And we'll take a listen. I'll let it burn a crucifix so I can get a photo. But I hope this ghost is easy to identify with a hunt. Hantu and Revenant will be easy. And I have to be careful what I say when I'm holding that thing. I wish for sunrise. That was a crucifix. Waiting for the door to close. Really? It's possible it burned the other crucifix, and I couldn't hear it. Is this ghost even trying to hunt? Fine. Let's force a hunt. I wish to see the ghost. Okay, now it's doing an event and it'll hunt. What's going on? Why can't I hear it? It's either a Jinn or an Oni. It's upstairs now. It's probably an Oni, but it's surprising to me because Onis are generally very active. I'm supposed to be blind, aren't I? Okay, so the hunt is over. Let's turn these lights on. Oh, it did burn another one. Okay, if it sprints at me, it's a Jinn. If it's very visible, it's an Oni. That is a Jinn. need to remember to turn off the lighter the moment I light the smudge. Otherwise my hand jiggles back and forth and it lights the other one. I'm fine with what I got. Again, I'm not going to get a perfect game, so I don't much care. And I got my low sanity too. Okay, so I'm missing one recording and one photo, but that's okay. I'll live with it. I think when I wished to see the ghost, it did a ghost event at the same time and sort of confused itself. So I was granted sight again?
Welcome back.
I don't know.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Okay, let's see how much I ended up with. 1,000 to get to there. So if I get 3,500, I might make it to level 41. Wow! 4,000. So I will make it to 41. So I'll wait for it to get to 40 so I know how much it takes to get to the next level. 2532. Now let's skip. And I get supposedly more money, which I probably won't get because it hasn't been giving that to me at all. I'm level 41, 432 along the way. I have $7,200. I can afford to drop down to around 3,000, so let's unlock something else. What do I want to unlock? Do I want better candles? Do I care? Do I need a better sound sensor? Do I need a better tripod? That's a hard choice. I'll take the better candle. And let's go to our loadouts and choose the better candle. And I am down to 4203 after a $3,000 upgrade. Wait. Oh, really? Wait a minute. I clicked next and... No, okay, I'm sorry. It was 4203. Now I'm 4023. Okay. All right. Moving on to prison. Oh, come on.
Look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
What is it with these maps? Some maps I end up getting screwed up in the truck, and others I don't.
Welcome back.
Moving.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. Got the intel. Looks like this is going to be a tough one. We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Headset slipping down on my nose again. Okay, objectives. Low sanity, ghost event. Well, we'll see what we can do to force one. And then photo of an EMF. Heavy rain. Summoning circle? Yep, summoning circle. Okay, well at least I can drop my sanity at will. Alright, let's see if we can find the power. I don't think it's in here. If the ghost is in one of the cell blocks, I need to be careful because the heavy rain might fall in there too. It's not here. This is the library. It's not in here. Let's check A block. Other streamers might be able to play this in a way that keeps you nervous by making you wonder if the ghost is going to haunt, but I mean, the only way the ghost... Oh. The only way the ghost is going to hunt, though, is if... I guess the ghost is in here. If your sanity is already low enough for it to hunt, or unless it's a demon. So, really, the only way for me to play in a way that might keep you wondering if I'm going to get hunted is for me to just play the game with a sanity that allows the ghost to hunt. I mean, it's a pretty guaranteed thing. It's just going to happen. And that's not really how I want to play. You know, I should turn on the power. Maybe. Once I discovered where the ghost was, I said, oh, I'm done. I'm leaving. But that's not true. And I don't think I'll bother trying to look for the bone either. I mean, looking for the bone is... If you're having a hard time finding the ghost, then you're more likely to... Oh, I did look in here. Never mind. I'll keep looking for the power. If you're having trouble finding the ghost and you have to check every single room, you're more likely to run into the bone accidentally. Nope. So it's either in the warden's office... Warden's office. Tell you what, I'm going to leave these lights off. There's no real reason for me to come up here. I don't know what the evidence is yet. I can check for freezing, I guess. And if I find freezing, then I can go ahead and turn on the lights in the A block. It's still 6, 5. Doesn't look like it's going to be freezing. So I still have to check for spirit box then. I just heard it throw something. I think this control room allows me to turn on these hall lights. That is, if the power's on. It might have turned it off on me again. I think it turned the power off on me. Maybe I'll just work with the lights off. I don't want to go all the way up there and turn it on again, if the ghost wants to be difficult. No, it didn't turn the power off, so why aren't the control room PCs on? Is there something I need to do to turn those on? Okay, do I need a camera in the A block? I can put some dots right here on the left side. So maybe I'll do that. I'll take in a video camera anyway, so I can do some controlled event recording. My sanity's at 76. This is a small risk. If it's a Thay and it hunts, it could kill me. What stinks about this being such a huge room, is that it's hard to get the ghost to be where you want. Let's put these a little closer together, I think. I think that's better. It's not trying very hard to be freezing. I'll grab a couple motion sensors and bring in Spirit Box. And top off my sanity. I'm doing pretty well on Prestige 5. I've only gotten one ghost wrong, and I've only died once. It's better performance than previously. $67, yeah. Definitely time. Okay, 2 motion sensors and Spirit Box. The Tier 2 sanity medication, all it does is replenish your sanity faster, and it really doesn't matter all that much. I'll just get the better sanity med when I can afford it. I guess that's a good place for it. That way it's in front of the camera. The camera can record them. Where did my Spirit Box go? How old are you? Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? Where are you? What do you want? How old are you? Where are you? Imagine trying to get this with the Tier 1 Spirit Box. It's still in here. He hasn't moved yet. I'm going to take a quick look around just to make sure there's no ghost orb. Not seeing anything. I just heard it throw something. Where's the EMF at? Come on, I just looked on the floor. I see and there it is. Crying out loud. Put them together. Alright, back out and get more stuff, I guess. Let's see. I could put down a couple of ghostwriting books. I could probably also put up a couple more motion sensors just to make sure it's still walking around down there. If worst comes to worst, I could always use the summoning circle to summon the ghost and try to identify it by a hunt. Almost half the ghosts, around half of the ghosts are identifiable by a hunt. I heard it throw something over here. So long as you're not hunting, I'm fine with it. We got our ghost event. I'm always too late with the EMF. This would be a lot easier if it was in a smaller room. Oh, darn it. I didn't drop the book. I should have grabbed the spirit box and ran over there and asked it questions. I just heard it throw something. Okay. Suppose it could be a UV ghost. We can try that. Pretty sure it's not a demon, at least. Wow, sanity's going down fast. don't suppose you want to give me confirmation that you are actually walking around in there? Maybe I should check the temperature of the side blocks. I haven't heard it hit any doors. Hi there. We have a UV ghost. If an event closes the door, it doesn't leave footprints or leave handprints, but don't suppose you want to walk through that one? Or should I bring in more salt? You know, I'm probably not going to be very focused on collecting media at this point. What? How is that not valuable? Whatever. Okay, well, it can't be the Mimic. Can't be a Goryo. Can't be a Hantu, because Goryo requires dots, Hantu requires freezing. Poltergeist, Banshee, Myling. If it would do another ghost event, I could take a picture of it. Ah, for crying out loud. I didn't even see it. Does it tell me what I'm lighting? Not really. So it just lights up certain cells and that's it. Nothing weird about that. I'm just looking for Obake prints. It's not striking me as an Obake. Let's see. Photo of any reading? I do have a camera, so I could do that, at least. Want to touch another door for me? It's not a phantom. Okay, so get a low sanity, huh? Well, I can certainly do that. Poltergeist, Banshee, Myling, Obake. Good lord. I don't think it's an Obake. It doesn't seem like one. If it's a Banshee and it would wander to me... I don't think it's been wandering to me, though. I could bring in a sound recorder and look for Banshee screams. Or I could just try to identify it during a hunt. Sound recorder, smudge, Video camera? Where'd my smudge go? And I'll put some more salt outside the entrance to the lobby. So that if it did feel compelled to come walking all this way, I'll have evidence of it. But I highly doubt it. So I'll give it a minute. Hearing ambient sounds in the distance. No sign of it caring about coming to see me. So we're probably not dealing with a banshee. So, what's next? I can run up the stairs. I heard its footsteps from a distance. So it's not a myling. I need to put down some objects. I mean, I have no... It's hunting again? didn't think that was an object to pick up. But wait, there are some objects in here that I could use. Yeah. I don't think I'm in any danger of it coming to the front lobby unless it tries to make its way to the staircase going upward. And then I can attract it with my flashlight, because my flashlight will be close enough to that staircase. And then as it's making its way toward me, I can duck into here. And then I can probably watch it walk by. I think that's a pretty good plan. The problem is it doesn't seem to be caring too much about going upstairs either. If it goes upstairs, it probably just goes upstairs in the cell block. Okay, so I think we can be pretty sure this is not a banshee. Yeah, it hasn't even stepped in any of these. So, Poltergeist, Jinn, Obake? I didn't hear it speeding up. So are we down to Poltergeist and Obake? I need to attract it out the moment it tries to hunt. I saw it throwing something, but it's not hunting. It's over there. Jesus. Well, that was an adventure. I should have, you know what, I should have put all those objects in the outer hallway. Maybe I can get it to come this way now. Anything else? Well, that worked. It came all the way here. Did it throw everything? No, it didn't throw anything. So it looks like we're dealing with an Obake. I never got a chance to see it shapeshift because when I'm in VR, I never spend that much time looking at a ghost. However, I mean, if I could get it to come here and just wander around, I could spy on it from here, and it can't see me through the window, but I don't have any smudges left. I burned them both again. So it's certainly not a poltergeist. It's not a banshee because it never came to see me. Is it possible that it's a Jinn? Dang it, I'm not sure. It hasn't turned off the power. It's one or the other. It's not a Jinn. I didn't hear it sprinting. It was speeding up, but it wasn't sprinting. Alright, I'm gonna go Obake. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Pretty sure it's not a Banshee. But we'll find out. I could raise my sanity up to 60% and try to collect a Banshee scream, but that's okay. I spent enough time here.
Welcome back. I prepared some jobs for you.
Wait a minute, it was a Jinn. Wow. Okay, so now the question is, should I do prison over again? That was kind of long and boring. I could take the chance that it's not in a cell block again. Next. 4236. I'll keep that pool in case I die. Okay, well thank you for watching this video. Sorry about that failure. I'll think about redoing prison next time. I'll see you in the next video.